Serie A star Adrien Rabiot has reportedly rejected a proposal from Liverpool as he hopes to sign for Manchester United and is, closer than ever, to a Premier League move. Manchester United made a strong start to the summer transfer window by signing Joshua Zirkzee from Bologna for £36 million and securing 18-year-old centre-back Lenny Yoro from Lille for £52 million. The acquisition of Yoro has been particularly praised, with United and Ineos earning commendation for outmaneuvering Real Madrid to secure the young star, indicating their future ambitions. The club is also targeting a midfielder and has been frequently linked with Paris Saint-Germain's 23-year-old Manuel Ugarte. Ugarte recently helped Uruguay achieve a third-place finish in the 2024 Copa America tournament. Various reports across the last month have stated that although Ugarte is United's primary target for midfield, PSG are demanding as much as £70 million for his transfer, which is very much above United's ideal price point. With this in mind, the club have a number of backup options this summer, one of which is former Juventus midfielder Adrien Rabiot, who left the Serie A club this summer following the expiry of his contract. According to Tutto Juve, Rabiot has rejected a move from Liverpool to sign him as a free agent despite the Merseyside club being willing to take him this summer. Further, it is said that the sole reason for his refusal to sign for Liverpool is that he is still waiting for United to make their move. It is a clear target for him to sign for the Old Trafford club, with the player closer than ever to a Premier League move. United are said to have been closely following. According to the Boot Room, Liverpool and Manchester United are interested in signing 21-year-old German forward Maximilian Bayer. The TSG Hoffenheim star had an impressive 2023-24 campaign, scoring 16 goals in 35 appearances across competitions, with all of those strikes coming in the Bundesliga. Liverpool's interest in Bayer is not new, as they were linked with the young forward back in 2023 summer. As for Manchester United, the club have already signed Joshua Zirkzee from Bologna and Rasmus Højlund is already in the team. The aforementioned report states United would consider Bayer a bonus signing. Apart from Hoffenheim, Bayer also had a stint with Hanover. However, the 2023-24 season was his breakthrough campaign, it is safe to say. The Bundesliga outfit reportedly want £34 million for Bayer, a fee they feel top Premier League clubs shouldn't have trouble spending. Bayer, meanwhile, has already made his senior debut for Germany, making 2 appearances. He played 25 minutes during Germany's 1-1 draw against Switzerland at Euro 2024 group stages. Bayer's current deal with Hoffenheim runs until the end of the 2026-27 season, and the 21-year-old has an estimated market value of €30 million, as per Transfermarkt. Christian Falk's report on Liverpool and Manchester United target Maximilian Bayer. Bild's Christian Falk reported that Maximilian Bayer has a release clause of €32.5 million in his contract. While Liverpool and Manchester United have been touted as potential suitors by other reports, Falks claimed several other clubs hold interest in the player. Brighton, Nottingham Forest, and Brentford have also been listed as interested parties. Assessing Bayer's strengths, Falk wrote for Caught Offside. He can play on the flanks as well as centrally, he has done that already. It's little bit like Thomas Muller in the sense that he's not exactly a winger or central striker. Falk also claimed that Bayer can play behind the number 9. He pointed out that Bayer possesses electrifying pace, however, he is not the Reds' first choice at this point. Also read trending. Better than Phil Foden and Mason Mount. Arsenal fans blown away by 16-year-old's performance against Manchester United. Ronaldo, please leave this team, CR7 deserves better. Fans slam Cristiano Ronaldo's Al Nassr following 4-0 loss to Porto in preseason clash. Was this article helpful? Like selected. Avatar selected. Brighton, Nottingham Forest, and Brentford have also been listed as interested parties. Assessing Bayer's strengths, Falk wrote for Caught Offside. He can play on the flanks as well as centrally, he has done that already. It's little bit like Thomas Muller in the sense that he's not exactly a winger or central striker. Falk also claimed that Bayer can play behind the number 9. He pointed out that Bayer possesses electrifying pace, however, he is not the Reds' first choice at this point. West Ham United have held discussions with Manchester United over a deal for Aaron Wan-Bissaka. In the last 72 hours, Sky Sports Germany journalist Florian Plettenberg has reported. The Hammers are trying to find an agreement for the 26-year-old after missing out on Bayern Munich's Noussair Mazraoui, who could soon arrive at Old Trafford in place of Wan-Bissaka. Julen Lopetegui's side are keen on bringing in a new right-sided defender to compete with Vladimir Safal following Ben Johnson's departure at the end of his contract. The East Londoners Academy graduate has joined Premier League new boys Ipswich Town after agreeing a 4-year deal, and looks set to play a starring role in Kieran McKenna's squad next season. According to Plettenberg, West Ham and Manchester United are now in direct contact over Wan-Bissaka, who has just 12 months remaining on his current contract at Old Trafford, which is worth £100,000 per week. The defensive fullback could soon become the London Stadium outfit's fourth signing of the summer, alongside Wes Foderingham, Max Kilman, and Luis Guilherme. Hammers attempting to secure Wan-Bissaka deal. East Londoners have been locked in fresh conversations over switch. Writing on X, Plettenberg has revealed that Wan-Bissaka could soon make way for Mazraoui at Manchester United, and West Ham are now in talks to sign the Englishman. After joining from Crystal Palace in 2019, the 26-year-old struggled to live up to expectations in Manchester and has fallen down the pecking order under Erik ten Hag, with Diogo Dalot operating more often on the right-hand side. Last season, Wan-Bissaka was forced to cover at left-back as the Red Devils navigated through an injury crisis, with both Luke Shaw and Tyrell Malacia absent from the first-team squad. After making 190 appearances for Manchester United in 5 seasons, the Englishman could soon become part of Lopetegui's newly formed defence at the London Stadium. Alex Crook, the respected TalkSport reporter, previously told GMS that the Spanish tactician wanted to sign Wan-Bissaka on loan when he was in charge of Wolverhampton Wanderers. Following Max Kilman's arrival from Wolves, the Hammers are seeking further reinforcements in defence and have been linked with signing another centre-back in recent weeks. After missing out on Nice's Jean-Claire Todibo, West Ham have been linked with several names in the market, including RC Lens Kevin Danso and Chelsea's Trevoh Chalobah, who is being eyed by several Premier League sides. Manchester United are, very unlikely, to make a move for Brentford striker Ivan Toney this summer, according to the latest reports. Erik ten Hag's side have already strengthened their forward line this summer with the arrival of Joshua Zirkzee from Bologna earlier this month. The Dutch international penned a 5-year deal with the Red Devils, completing a £35.8 million move to Old Trafford. However, that hasn't stopped ten Hag's side being linked with a cut-price move for 28-year-old Toney, who looks set to leave Brentford this summer. The Bees striker was part of Gareth Southgate's England squad which reached the final of Euro 2024, despite struggling for form after returning to action following his 8-month ban from football for betting. Recent transfer speculation has linked Toney with a move to Old Trafford this summer, but Sky Sports Germany reporter Florian Plettenberg says the Red Devils are not in concrete talks with the Bees striker and are actively pursuing other targets. Plettenberg tweeted, "Despite other rumors, Manchester United currently does not plan to sign Ivan Toney. No concrete talks or negotiations about a deal with the 28-year-old striker from Brentford at this stage. Man Utd have other plans and are focused on other targets. A transfer of Toney to #MUFC in this transfer window is very unlikely. Moreover, Rasmus Højlund and Joshua Zirkzee are supposed to be the future." Former Manchester United midfielder Paul Scholes recently urged the club to sign a striker who could guarantee them goals next season, with question marks over Zirkzee's natural goal-scoring ability, while Højlund netted 16 goals in 43 appearances during his debut season in Manchester. Despite the doubts over the young duo's scoring prowess, Plettenberg claims United view them as the future. Back in March, co-owner Sir Jim Ratcliffe outlined how he intended to change United's transfer strategy, unearthing the next big name. "What I would rather do is find the next Kylian Mbappé, rather than spend a fortune just trying to buy success," Ratcliffe told the Geraint Thomas Cycling Club podcast. "It's not that clever, is it, buying Mbappé, in a way? Anybody could figure that one out. But what's much more challenging is to find the next Mbappé, the next Jude Bellingham or the next Roy Keane. Ratcliffe's comments would back up Plettenberg's claims of Ineos focusing on other transfer targets to help bolster their forward line this summer. Manchester United look set to miss out on Paris Saint-Germain midfielder Xavi Simons, who has chosen to rejoin RB Leipzig instead. Simons, who spent the 2023-24 campaign on loan at Leipzig, has been mentioned to be on the radar of several elite clubs in Europe, with United among them. At Leipzig, Simons notched an impressive 10 goals and 13 assists across all competitions. He picked up where he left off as he enjoyed a superb Euro 2024 with the Dutch team before their elimination at the hands of England in the tournament's semi-final stage. Earlier this month, a report covered by the People's Person relayed that United were hot on the heels of the Netherlands international as they aimed to beat the likes of Bayern Munich, Arsenal, Barcelona and Leipzig to his services. It was subsequently pointed out that the Red Devils were working on a deal to lure the talismanic midfielder to Old Trafford ahead of the upcoming 2024-25 season. As time went by, it became increasingly clear that Leipzig and Bayern were ahead of United in the race for Simons. Leipzig grew in confidence that they would ward off stiff competition to land Simons, and it seems that their positivity was not misplaced. According to the reliable Florian Plettenberg, Simons is poised to carry on at the Red Bull Arena, effectively snubbing overtures from elsewhere. The Sky Germany reporter wrote on X, formerly Twitter, Xavi Simons has decided to stay at RB Leipzig. No transfer to FC Bayern. All parties involved are now informed about it. Therefore, Max Eberl now trying to sign Desiré Doué. Leipzig and Paris are finalizing the last details for a new loan of Xavi now. New one-year deal with RB will happen. Plettenberg's information was corroborated by Ben Jacobs, who divulged, Xavi Simons has decided to return on loan to Leipzig. Always a strong possibility, as revealed in April. Deal not done yet, but now likely. PSG always against a permanent sale. Straight loan expected to be finalized this week. Meanwhile, United are still pursuing PSG's Manuel Ugarte and are also understood to be keeping tabs on Martin Zubimendi of Real Sociedad and his Monaco star Youssouf Fofana.